Hey, this is Casey with Strategic Mortgage Solutions, here for the Tuesday Mortgage Talk. Today, I'd like to briefly talk about the cross-collateral mortgage that we offer here at Strategic Mortgage. Hey, so are you somebody that's considering the idea of selling to buy another house? Or are you a realtor that has come across or has a client who's currently in a situation where they have to sell their home in order to qualify to buy the next home? And it's sort of that chicken versus the egg situation. Well, we're in a housing situation, a real estate climate where we have extremely tight inventory and it's a strong seller's market. And a lot of potential sellers out there might be in a situation where the house that they're looking for isn't yet on the market. And then how do you put in an offer on a house contingent to sell your house and be competitive when there are 5 other buyers that want to buy the same house that don't have that contingency? The cross-collateral mortgage could be the perfect solution for that potential person that's in that conundrum. The design of the loan is to be able to offer somebody 100% financing to purchase the house that they want, or if they want to, they can put money down, so long as that between the house that they currently own and the one that they're looking to buy, that there's a total of a 25% equity position. The borrower doesn't have to qualify to sell one house. The borrower doesn't have to qualify to show the financial ability to be able to make 2 payments, because the intent of the loan is designed to help somebody, buy the next house to sell the other one. However, the cool thing about this loan, is that somebody that is in that situation doesn't necessarily have to sell their home after they buy the home, the home they're moving into. And that can be kind of an interesting proposition because this loan is designed to be a long-term 30-year fixed or 15-year fixed type mortgage with really attractive long-term interest rate and terms, as compared to what we see with a bridge loan, which usually has a 6-month or 12-month balloon payment, meaning that you have to, after you acquire this mortgage, pay it off in 6 months or 12 months, or there could be penalties with that loan. With the collateral loan, it's a long-term safe option and can be give somebody the ability to be able to buy the next home. But hey, maybe right now in this marketplace or under their current financial circumstances, they want to hold on to the property they're moving out to for 2-3 years. Maybe they want to convert it to a rental. The cross-collateral loan allows them to be able to have those options in addition to selling after they buy the next house, and puts that client, that person, in a position to be able to put in a competitive offer on that house that they're going to be looking to purchase. And the other thing I think that's really neat, that is a great strategy, is as a seller, or if you're a listing agent, you can present an opportunity to where somebody doesn't have to go through the stress and pressure of selling a home and having a finite amount of time to buy the next home. Instead, they can take the opportunity to get qualified for the cross-collateral loan, go out, find the home of their dreams, take their time. Maybe they need to wait till summer. Maybe it's in the fall that they find it, and know that they don't have to then, as soon as they get an offer accepted, to then turn around and have to sell their other house. Instead, they can take their time. They don't have to have the pressure of living through the process of selling that house. I mean, it's one of the biggest complaints of sellers, is that pressure that they feel always having to keep the house tidy and up to date, clean, an hour, an hour notification of a home buyer that wants to, tour the property. Open houses where they have to be gone for 2-3 hours on a Saturday. Instead, as a seller or you as a listing agent, you can create an opportunity with this loan where it can be very low pressure. Go out and find the house that you want to buy first, and then we'll look to sell your house after you get moved out. We can stage your house after you've moved out. We can do the touch-ups, the updates and improvements to get you the best deal on your house and make the most money. Not have the pressure of having to worry about that 1 hour in advance call to tour the home. And so as a listing agent, It's a great ace in the hole for you to be able to offer a different strategy on listing a house to buy the next house. So the other thing I want to talk about just really briefly is how great our rates are. And just in general, just how great of an interest rate environment that we are in. It's really quite phenomenal to see that both the stock market going up and they're at all-time highs, and yet we have interest rates that are still so remarkably low. And if you are a consumer or if you're a realtor referring buyers to a particular lender, I highly recommend that you get a couple quotes. Talk to your bank, retail direct mortgage lending institution, but also shop with an independent mortgage broker such as our company. You would be amazed how much different interest rates and the cost to get interest rates on particular loans can be from one lender to another. In fact, in one case, we saw one client come to us who got a quote that was 0.5% higher in interest rate with another $7,000 in lender charges that we wouldn't have featured to that client. Imagine how much of an advantage it could be getting the best interest rate, the best fee quote you can, and the peace of mind of knowing it. Because again, this is going to be one of the biggest investments, one of the biggest debts that you'll ever take on. So why wouldn't you get a couple quotes? As a referring realtor, why wouldn't you recommend 2 or 3 people for them to talk to? Because you're going to put your client in the best position to get the best deal. And hey, a 0.5 point interest difference can be the difference between them qualifying for an extra $20,000, $25,000 purchasing power. $5,000 less in closing costs could be the difference of your buyer having an offer that is so much more competitive than the next offer that's on the table from that listing agent or from another company or agency that is asking for $5,000 in seller concessions. So keep that in mind. Casey at Strategic Mortgage Solutions, have a great week.